Hey, it's Ruby. We are at Barnes& and Noble. It is Labor Day, and we're gonna see what we can find. I already have a stack of books at home, but maybe we can add a couple more, and then of course we'll do a book haul. But first, let's go see what we can find. What the heck? So many good ones. Buy one, get one half off. But I already have them all. But I've never seen this where they have so many good books. I want this really bad, but I don't know if I'm gonna like it. And I already have a copy. Should I get it? Hey, I'm back. It's the next day, and the sun is so bright today. It's insane. There's not like a single cloud in the sky, and it's a lot. I put the blinds down trying to make the best of the situation because I do want to haul what I got yesterday, and then I have a book outlet haul and some other miscellaneous things. I also got a tracking notification that I have a book out for delivery, and it's a fairy book, When the Moon Hatched, that I've been waiting for a bit. I will show you regardless, even if it doesn't get here before I finish this video. I'll do like b-roll of that. But yeah, let's get started. The main reason that I went to Barnes was because I wanted to get this book, Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. This one specifically, the one with the blue edges, paperback. I already own this book and I didn't love this book, so why would I get it? Well, I listed the hardcover on Pango to sell it because I like hardcovers for my fantasy and sci-fi only. Everything else, I like paperback. When it's fantasy especially, I want the hardcover no matter what. It's not always doable because they are more expensive, and then sometimes I find them like on Book Outlet or stuff in paperback, and that's why I have them in paperback. But for the most part, if it's like new release, I'll get the hardcover. Everything else, paperback. And so I really wanted to keep this because it's really special to me. I didn't love it. I think I gave it like 3.5 stars. But it's one of the first books that I buddy read with my little brother, and he loved it. And so I just have a lot of good memories tied to this book. Plus, on Book Outlet, I saw The Storied Life of A.J. Fickery, and they did these covers to match Tomorrow. This is a UK edition book, so it is smaller than the US paperback, which I very much prefer US paperbacks over UK paperbacks because these are smaller and they just don't have much give, whereas US paperbacks are very conducive to floppiness. But I do like that the covers kind of match. So if you're not familiar with this, this is about Sam and Sadie, and we really follow them for like 30 years of their lives. We meet them when they're kids and we follow them all the way up into adulthood. And we see all the things that they go through, the good, the bad, the ugly. We see how their relationship morphs, deteriorates, how they come back to each other. It is a good story. It's just, like I said, not for me because I tend to, not love lit fic. But this one, The Storied Life of A.J. Fickery, I picked it up because I saw it was a book about books. And I don't think I own anything like that. But we follow A.J. Fickery, who's a grumpy bookstore owner, and he is dealing with a bunch of stuff. His bookshop is failing. He loses his wife, and his prized first edition book was stolen. So the dude's going through it. I'm curious to see if I love this. Regardless, I love these editions. So there's that. Another book that I knew I was picking up from Barnes was the Atlas Complex because I saw online that they had this 50% off. And this is the only one that I'm missing from the trilogy. We have the Atlas 6, the Atlas Paradox, and then the Atlas Complex. The only difference between the Barnes & Noble exclusive and the regular one is the regular one's red and this one's blue. I do prefer the blue one. So I tend to not buy books anymore just because I try really hard not to. And whenever I don't have a completed series, I try and read the ones I have first before buying the rest, unless I find them like for a deal, like at Book Outlet. But this one, I went ahead and got it because it was half off. Also, if I don't love it, I will give the entire hardcover trilogy to my brother because he read these books and he did like them. So I feel like they won't go to waste regardless, but I do hope that I like them. This is like dark academia vibes, pretentious characters, very Olivia Blake. We know how she writes. So I hope that I love it, but it'll be a while before I get to this one because I still need to read books 1 and 2. And then the last book that I got at Barnes & Noble, I really wish I had not gotten it because I didn't know that this was just so much more expensive at Barnes than everywhere else, but I got excited. So I got it. It's The Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole. I've heard about this book for so long now on TikTok, and I plan on doing like reading popular like Kindle Unlimited books, and this one being one of them, although now it's traditionally published. But when I saw this, I thought it was just like a self-published because it looks very self-published, but it does have a publisher's name in here. It says Rose and Star Publishing, but I don't know because it says 2022, and wasn't this just getting I don't know. Whatever. I have it is the point. The pages are very stark white and they are used from top to bottom. I'm pointing that out because I know a lot of people don't like stark white pages. I do, so I don't mind this, but I'm finally going to start The Book of Azrael, and then if I love it, I will purchase the other two during a sale or something. But I'm excited for this one because I hear that our main character, the FMC, is borderline the bad guy, and I'm ready for that because they're always good. So we'll see how this one goes. So the most exciting book from Book Outlet was this beautiful, beautiful book, Caliban's War by James S.A. Corey. This is book 2 in the Expanse series, which is a huge like space opera series. I think there's 9 books total, and this is book 2, but this is the collector's edition. They did a 10th anniversary edition of the first book, Leviathan Wakes, and I guess they're continuing this on. I hope they do it for all 9 books because now I have these. But it's gorgeous. It's got red edges and it's just absolutely stunning. The end papers, it has like alternate dust jacket and then beautiful foiling on the naked hardcover. I mean, these are just beautiful, and I have been wanting more sci-fi because I've been getting more into sci-fi, which is, it's cool because I've been such a fantasy girl, but now getting into sci-fi, I feel like I need the next best thing, and people love the Expanse series, although it is a commitment because there's so many books. But obviously I got book 2, I needed book 1, and I went on Mercari, I think, and somebody was selling it for a fairly decent price. So I got book 1, which I like even more because it's pink and it's bright neon pink. Like, are you kidding me? This is so beautiful. Book 1, Leviathan Wakes. And look at this, blue, pink and blue. I mean, come on. It's stunning. So yeah, now I have books 1 and 2, and there is a book 3 also that they've done in the collector's edition, Abaddon's Gate, and it is blue. I'm dying to get it, but I'm trying to be mindful because I did buy these books and, you know, the budget, girl, the budget. But I did put it on my Amazon wish list, which is where I put all the books that I want to get, but it's just not time. Book Outlet always has Brandon Sanderson books, which is great. And I saw Trust of the Emerald Sea. It was like $8 or something. And I haven't been wanting to pick this up as much as I did before because I was just a little worried that I wasn't gonna love it. However, somebody recently left a comment or something, and I talked to them and they kind of convinced me to get this. So I'm gonna give it a try. It was a little torn, a little scuffed, but it's okay. It's pretty much in good condition. And I don't know much about this other than it's been compared to like The Princess Bride, which I have no idea what that means because I've never watched that / read that. I don't even know what it is. But it's also pirate-esque somehow, I hear, which I've never read a story like that. So we'll see how this goes, but I'm hoping to love it. It's not that long, so I guess that's good, but we'll see. If you've read this or any of these books, let me know what you thought. And then I got book 2 in the Stolen Air duology, The Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black. I wasn't going to get this because I heard not great things about this duology, but I already have the Stolen Air. And again, this was like $6-7, so I was like, what the heck? Picked it up, and all these books ended up being like $5.50 to $6 after like my rewards and all that. So yeah, I got it, and I guess we'll see how it goes. I heard that Jude and Carden come out in this one, and I love Jude and Carden, so we'll see. Hopefully I love it. I love that they're white. They're like all white. I don't even know if you can see them. I don't even know where they are, but yeah, hopefully I like this enough to keep it. And then the last hardcover I saw on there, which they've had it for a while, they probably still have it, Heartless Hunter by Kristen Cicerelli. I don't know how to say her name, sorry, but I've been seeing everybody read this book. Tons of people love it. I've heard definitely mixed stuff, but more positive than negative, and I wanted to read it, so I picked it up. It's one of like a smaller hardcover, so we'll see how this goes, but I am very excited for this because I feel like for sure I've heard more people rave about this than not, and we have a witch and like a witch hunter forbidden romance vibes, so we'll see if this is good. I think the second book's already been released and announced and everything, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. It says a steamy game of cat and mouse between witch and witch hunter, played out against a backdrop of opulence, secrets, and bloody history. And that sounds like a good time. So hopefully it is. And then I did pick up a couple paperbacks. So I did get the Trial of the Sun Queen and Rule of the Aurora King by Nisha Tooley. This is a trilogy. So I am missing the third book, but they didn't have it. They only had these two, and this one actually arrived like the whole front cover was torn, so I actually bought this from Pango from someone, but this one I did get from Book Outlet, and it is still damaged, but it's okay, it's still readable. So yeah, I don't know much about this. I feel like I've heard people say that it is, yeah, it says 10 women, a deadly contest, only one can win the Sun King's heart. So like The Bachelor meets the Hunger Games type of deal. I'm excited for it. It sounds fun. It sounds like it might be brutal. So I hope that it's a good time. And if I love it, then I will pick up the third book. If not, then I can just unhaul these two and not spend money on the third book. But hopefully I do love it. I saw someone recently that I like really love her channel, and she has similar taste to me, and she loved it. So I hope that I like this one too. And then they had 2 thrillers on there, and I was like, what the heck? Let me just get them. So one is A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham, and then the other one is Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. Never read anything by these authors. I'm very new to thrillers, so if I have a remotely good time, it's a win for me. I picked up 2 more because I don't really have a ton of thrillers and horrors, so yeah. I also needed to meet the shipping, like $35 shipping for free shipping deal situation. So that's really the only reason I got these. Otherwise I wouldn't have, because I try not to buy many thrillers and horrors because it's just not my preferred genre. But here we are. And if I don't love these, I will unhaul them and list them on Pango, because I'm very good about unhauling books that I don't love. And then the last two are two little like romance books. We have Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. And I've read one other book by this author. It's the green and pink one. I don't remember what it's called. Nora Goes Off Script, I think. And I didn't love it. I didn't love it because it made me so mad. Like, the stupid kid made me so mad. If you've read it, then you know. But also, like, they just had to pick up the phone and everything would have been fixed. And I was just fuming. But her books are always short, always fast. And I have seen everybody rave about her newest book, Summer Romance, I think it's called. But they only had this one, so I'm going to give it a try and hope that it's good. And then Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Painter. I got this because I love Lynn Painter. Also, I didn't know that this is like book one in the like, well, I don't know what it's called, but the second book is The Love Wager, and I have The Love Wager. I'm sure you don't have to read them both, but I always want to when they're interconnected. So I picked this one up. I'll read this one first and then The Love Wager, because I know a lot of people love The Love Wager. This one I really haven't heard much about, but we'll see how it goes. I hope that I like it. And again, if I don't, I will unhaul it. And then let me check on that Fairy Loot book to see if it's gone here. If not, I'll just show you what it looks like. It's not here yet, but here is some footage of the book. I've been waiting for this for a while, and I've been really wanting to read it because this blew up on TikTok. Everybody was reading it, and for the most part, people were loving it. And then the more the people read a book, it's always the same. Then people start, you know, hating on it and all that. But I want to read it. I want to see whether I like it or not. And I really hope I do, because Fairy Loot always makes these really cool editions. Again, if I don't, I will unhaul it, but I hope that it goes well. And that's it. Those are all the books that I've accumulated recently. I'm hoping to go at least the next 2-ish months without purchasing any books. We'll see how that goes. I do have pre-order books coming in. I have some Lynn Painter sprayed edge books coming in. Daydream by Hannah Grace is in transit. So I have other books, but I mean, you'll see them when I read them. And then if we collect more, we'll do another haul in the future. But that's it for today. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming book shopping with me. And now it's time to put them all away, which is honestly like my favorite part, putting them all away. But I'm going to have to make some space, rearrange things on my shelves. And honestly, it's going to be a good time. I'm going to put on an audiobook, rearrange my books. A good end to my day for sure. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon with another one. Bye.